Okay, so for elbow extension with the goniometer, you'll put the axis on the lateral epicondyl of the humerus, and you will follow the forearm with the movable arm of the goniometer and see if there's any hyperextension. You can do this in seated position as well.
Okay, so for supination, you start with a neutral thumbs up position, and you turn your hand like you're holding a bowl of soup. So we start with the axis on the styloid of the ulnar bone with the movable bar pointing upwards and the stationary bar pointing downwards. I think it's perpendicular to the floor. And then you have your client supinate, and you turn the movable bar across and measure the angle. A normal range is about 0 to 90.
So for pronation, you will have your client in a neutral position with their thumb facing upward. You'll take your goniometer with the stationary arm facing down and the movable one facing up. You'll place the axis on their ulnar styloid process on the dorsal side, and then you will have them turn their hand down, their palm down to the floor, measure with the movable arm, and normal range is 0 to 90.
All right, John, so now we're gonna do some elbow extension, and the way I'm gonna have you do that is just kind of bring your elbow in a flexed position over your head like this, and then go ahead and extend your arm out. Perfect, so that would be a 3 according to the muscle manual testing grading. So next what I'm gonna do is go back and have your elbow in a flexed position. I'm just gonna apply my hand proximal to the elbow and stabilize this, and then I'm gonna apply resistance distal to the elbow and apply resistance. Go ahead and try to resist as they push down. You kind of, perfect, that's a 5. Okay, so if John is unable to do elbow extension against gravity, we would actually move his we would test it on a horizontal plane where gravity is reduced. So to do that, I would have his elbow kind of in an extended position on the horizontal plane, and then he would just extend outwards like that. So John, can you go ahead and do that? Perfect. So that would be a 2 because he was able to do full range of motion on a horizontal plane. And so next I'm gonna test to see if he's able to resist me while he's doing the elbow extension on the horizontal plane. So go ahead and bring our elbow out in the same way again. And what I'm gonna do is again put my arm proximal to your elbow to stabilize, and then I'm gonna apply resistance distal to your elbow, and then I'm gonna push, and you're just gonna resist. Okay, so John was able to resist with full range of motion on gravity-reduced plane, so that would be a 2+.
So to do manual muscle testing for supination, you have them start with their arm in a slightly flexed position, 90 degrees, neutral, thumb to the sky, and ask if they can just supinate, palm upward. So that's at least a 3. And now to do further testing, you turn it back into pronation, stabilize the elbow joint, and wrap around their forearm with your hand, and try to hold their hand in pronation as they move their arm back into supination. So turn your palm up. Good, and that's a 5. Okay, so to test pronation, it's basically the inverse of supination. So have them start with their forearm in a neutral position, thumb to the sky, and ask them if they can just turn their palm to the floor. Good, and that's at least a 3. So now I have them turn their hand into supination again, stabilize the elbow, and grab the forearm with your hand, and try to hold them in this position as they turn their palm to the floor again. So turn your arm. Good, and that's a 5. And if they can't at least get a 3 going against gravity, then you would turn their forearm vertically and have them do the beauty pageant wave.